Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Sims 4 mod review. Today we're going to be testing out a new mod that I saw recently, but is not so new. It came out at the end of October of last year, but it is the standardized testing for your teens in The Sims, because let's be real, I think the teens have it a lot easier within their high school years than we do in the real world, but I understand that The Sims doesn't try and overload us with a bunch of realistic stuff, which I do appreciate. So with mods, you can choose to make your game more stressful if you want that for yourself. But this mod was actually very, very cool because it added in a couple different things that your Sims can do to better prepare for, their standardized testing. So you can hire a tutor, you can get study guides, you can even chat with a guidance counselor to kind of help you out with the financial stuff, because you do have to pay for the test. So there's either a early registration or a late registration, but we'll get into a whole bunch of that stuff within the mod review. But I did want to let you know that you do need the XML injector as always for this mod to work. So before you say that the mod is broken, make sure that you have the XML injector in your game and the mod downloaded correctly by just placing it into your mod folder. But with that being said, let's get into today's mod review. We're in game, and I wanted to point out that I did randomize my teen's skill traits through MC Command Center, just because I feel like it was a little more realistic, because by the point when you probably do your standardized testing, your Sims will probably be closer to graduating high school, because normally you do your standardized testing as you come closer to your university years. Because also part of this mod is it kind of gives you a little bonus of when your Sims do complete the standardized testing, depending on what score they get, they can have a faster university application process. So I mean, she's just started. We just created her. If I need to, I can cheat her age to show you the university thing, depending on what score we get. First thing is, get yourself a teen. We're going to go to the computer, because that's where you will be able to access all of this stuff, and not career, but in your high school panel, you'll be able to see this Simmers Aptitude and Knowledge Exam dashboard. It's not going to be through your sim, but through the computer. On the teens, we do have a high school panel, but it's going to be on the computer, not the sim. So we're going to sign up for our exam. Now, I did want to point out that Sunday through Tuesday is early registration, and then Wednesday to Friday is late registration. So there's a big difference. The early registration is 150 simoleons. The late registration is 190 simoleons. But you can talk to a guidance counselor to get some financial help if your Sims are not able to pay the money for the test. But I think my Sims have more than enough simoleons to pay for a $150 test, which those standardized tests be expensive. And I kind of understand why. But this is it. It says, get ready to challenge your academic prowess with the Simmers Aptitude and Knowledge Exam, also known as SAC. Prove your skills, unlock opportunities, and pave the way to a bright future. I did also want to point out that this is fully compatible with the Education Overhaul mod. I know the Education Overhaul mod has something like this called the Aptitude Test, but from what I've heard and seen is that they are, compatible with each other. So you should be able to use both if you wanted to use this one, because I feel like this one's a little bit more realistic than the Aptitude Test and the Education Overhaul mod, but that could all change and she could revamp it over on the education side. But anyways, so we can meet with the guidance counselor. We can also buy test prep. We can use free online tools and hire a tutor. So I think the best thing for us to do next is probably to buy our test prep stuff, which are these little books right here. So I think these are probably all important. I'm shooting for a perfect score, which is a 300. These are the different books that you can get. So it says Acing the Simmers Aptitude Test, your complete prep companion. Then you have a Cracking the SAC Code, expert tips and techniques, and then the SAC mastery techniques for top scores. I think we should just buy all of them for 225 simoleons. That's a lot of money. Anyways, the next thing that we can do, please don't leave the computer room, is I want to see what these free online tools are. You can do a free online practice exam or free online practice. I think maybe we'll start her off on a practice. She can practice. So while she's doing that, I did want to point out one more thing, is that the tests are on Saturdays. They're from 8 a.m. to about the afternoon, because it's a 6-hour. I got these weird Strangerville people here, but we ain't gonna do this welcome wagon. Yeah, Yeah, I don't want to join you guys. But anyways, as I was saying, is it's a 6-hour test. So your Sims are going to be gone probably for the whole day. And it's on Saturdays. Make sure you get there before the doors close. They're very strict. Just like in real life, if you're not there on time, they're going to start without you. So I would really hate for your simoleons to go to waste if your Sims miss their test. So it didn't tell us how we did on that practice, or I guess we just did a practice. Maybe I should have her do a practice exam and then let you all know how we did there. So I think I'm going to have her do a practice exam online. But as you can see, it is Sunday. So we do have a little bit of time before we have to take this test. But I want to show you guys all the stuff that you can use within this mod so that your Sims are well prepped for their SAC test. Did not let us know how we did. But I mean, I guess we have these books that we can start on. I guess we can study. I am certain we'll get a perfect score, but I don't want to jinx anything. So on these booklets, you can actually do quite a lot. You can study with them, you can do practice problems, and you can also like simulate time exams and stuff like that. So she did a timed quiz and stuff like that. So I think tomorrow what we'll do is go ahead and hire that tutor once she's done with school, and then we'll see what you could do with them. But until then, we'll wait until she gets back from school. Roxanne made it home. I'm gonna go ahead and hire that tutor so that we can get some extra study time in. So we'll go back to the dashboard and then hit hire a tutor. Okay, it took us a minute, but we got here. So here is the list of tutors. I think they just pull from like the world. What if we invite over Judith to be our tutor for this? Is Judith an option? She's not. We could do Julia Wright though, because I'm pretty sure she is from the Discovery University pack, and she should know how to pass this. So it says tutor hired. You can invite them over for personalized tutoring at home or opt for their design learning space for a more budget-friendly choice. So I guess we go back on to the little dashboard here. And then here we can attend a tutoring session or we can invite tutor over. So I'm pretty sure this is a rabbit hole, but because we're in a mod review, we will invite the tutor over even though it might be chaotic with Sims. It is 190 simoleons though. So just be mindful that the tutor does indeed cost money. But where is she going? You just got here. There we go. Julia is here, of course. I don't know exactly where. Okay, here we go. This is the option that we want to get. We can basically discuss study plans. We can ask for tips, express disappointment, express gratitude, fire, practice together, ask for clarification. We could probably do some practice stuff with her as well. Probably not best to do tutoring outside, but Sims don't really cooperate like you want them to sometimes. And we got the whole group out here. We got the whole family doing tutoring. Okay, I asked her for clarification. We did get a tutoring prep little buff for her. I'm not really sure how much it's helping because they're not really doing anything. This is why the rabbit hole might be a little better, because if you do have a lot of Sims in a household, they will turn it into like a social gathering. It seems like Julia is upset and my Sim went to sleep. So I'm going to try this one more time for them to practice together. Seems like they're doing it, but just outside. It says stay positive and believe in yourself. Confidence can go a long way in helping perform well on the SAC exam. Okay, so what I'll probably do tomorrow is we can test out that rabbit hole as well to see which one is better. It might just be easier if you have a big household just to send them to the rabbit hole. Well, Roxanne is back from school and I'm gonna have her go to that rabbit hole tutoring session and see what she does there. I mean, obviously it's a rabbit hole, so we won't be able to see exactly what she's doing, but maybe she'll get a little bit better of a tutoring session than when we invited Julia over. Okay, that one was $234 or simoleons. So a little more expensive than inviting them over. And she got a stressful tutoring, led to confusion for her, which isn't really that great. It is almost Wednesday, so I think what I'm going to do now is just wait till Saturday because we've kind of done everything that comes with like the prep work for the test, and after going through all of that, it's pretty much self-explanatory, so you can study with your Sims more or less depending on what you want to do, but that is pretty much all the stuff that you can do within the mod for, the prep aspect of it. But until then, we will see each other back on Saturday, which will be a lot quicker for you than me. All right, it is the morning of the exam. I'm gonna have her get ready a little bit. We gotta leave here at like 7. I'm not really exactly sure what I am expected to do for my Sim to get there on time. I don't know if we go back into this panel. I don't think we do. Although she does have the option to graduate early, which is something that came with high school years for your Sims, that if they're performing at an outstanding level, they can go into this high school panel and actually graduate early. So if she does really good on her SAC test today, you know, we might have to graduate her early because she has been going to tutoring every day. I've had her go to the tutoring thing every day to ensure that she will get a good score on this. She's been doing her homework, all of the test prep stuff. So it is a lot of work, but it's actually quite fun in a way because it adds more to the game for your teens. I think the teens have a lot, but they don't at the same time. So it's quite nice to be able to see them actually have a little bit more options in their gameplay. Okay, I found out how to go there. So go to the computer and hit on high school and then go back to your dashboard. And then it's gonna be right here. Make sure you're there before 8 a.m. You wanna be there before the doors closed. So she's already there taking her test. Again, it's gonna take about like 6 hours in The Sims. So it's gonna take some time. All right, well, Roxanne's back. It's gonna take about 24 hours for us to get our results back. But the good news is she's back from her test and it is around 1:45 and she left at like 7:45. So it did take a minute, but we got there. All right, so it is about 12:20. So we have about like an hour and a half until she gets her scores back. I'm not exactly sure how they come back, but when I checked the high school like dashboard for the Simmers aptitude and knowledge thing, the same thing kind of popped up and it still has a sign up for exam. So if you're not happy with the score you got, you can take it again, essentially. You can take the test again. All right, so it says, Roxanne, your SAC exam results have been published. You can access them through the dashboard. So it is around 2 p.m. So I think she got them back around like 24 hours after the fact. So we will go in and check what we got, view results. I don't know why I'm nervous. We put a lot of work into this. I think that's why I'm nervous. Oh, we got a good. So we got a 151 to 200. Roxanne has secured a good score, demonstrating a solid grasp of the subject matter of notable proficiency. Like I said, the score goes up to 300. So we didn't get the greatest of grades, but we also didn't get the worst of grades. So, but the thing is, if we wanted to, we could always go back into the dashboard and sign up for the test again and try and get a better score. I'm sure the more that you do it, the better your Sims will get. Also with the test prep and stuff like that is a big thing. So we did good. I literally had her in tutoring like every day of the week. So you do need to put work into it with your Sims, like any test that you take in real life. This is kind of supposed to mimic the SATs that we have, that people take, or like an ACT and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I won't have her graduate early because she's literally in her first week of high school, but if you wanted to, you could do that, but I will end the video here. Well, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. It was very fun to play with this mod, and I love the fact that we're getting a lot of mods for the teens, like school-wise. I know I play with Education Overhaul, so like we have the aptitude test, but I feel like it's not as in-depth as this mod. So if you're looking for something more in-depth, maybe you are more on the side of your Sims are always having like the perfect grades, perfect scores. That's how I am in my game, is like my Sims will have a perfect grade by the end of the week when they get into high school. They still have a life, but you know what? The grades are important. So if you're like that and want to enhance your gameplay with more options for your teens, this is definitely one to add into the game. I feel like, especially if you're having a Sim that's going on the path of like education and they want to get their university degree and stuff like that, this is definitely one of the mods to add in because it allows for your Sims to have a faster application process into university. Also goes great with like the storyline of it, of them, you know, working their butt off to get into, you know, university with getting like the good SAC test scores, you know, good grades in school. I could go on and on about this mod, but this mod is by Maple Bell. I think I forgot to say that in the intro, but Maple Bell has so many great mods out there so definitely check her page out. She makes incredible mods. We've covered her mods a couple of times on this channel, but this one was one that I was like, I have to show it. I haven't seen many reviews out for this mod, but it is definitely one to go check out. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you never miss another mod review like this, and I will see you all on Monday.